Now, onto the part that is most likely going to drop my temps the most. This stuff right here. This is exhaust heat wrap. It is commonly made of like a titanium sort of fiberglassy sort of material. Can't give you exact specs. Everyone uses different stuff. I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to wear gloves when handling this. If I get in real close, you can see all of those fibers. Now they are very sharp and needle-like, and they will stick into your fingers. You do not want that. I'm going to use the plastic that it came in to submerge it in water without touching it, because you have to soak it beforehand. So I'll just do number 1 in there and number 2. And you'll see all the bubbles coming out of it. Once this is fully soaked, I will come back. I will have the extractors ready to go. We'll wrap them up. I'll show you how you fasten it. We'll do a step-by-step process and a time-lapse of me wrapping them up, install in the car, and do some testing. I've had this soaking for well over 2 days, so I think it's time to wrap up the exhaust, get him in the car, and see how much of a difference it really makes. We have our stainless steel cable ties. That's going to help us actually hold it down. Gloves, so I don't spend 4 hours of my life picking stuff out of my fingers. Hammer, some cutting equipment, pliers, shifter that I use to take the O2 sensor out, wrap him up, get him in the car, see how we go.
It's Friday night, the feeling's right. Gonna take a ride till the morning light, with friends by my side. We're gonna fly so high, to the sound of the beat. We reach the sky, the music's loud, the crowd is on fire. We're dancing like we just don't care. Hands up in the air, feeling the desire to let go of all our worries and fears.
Cannot stress enough how painful this was for the both of us. As you can see, my girlfriend helped me out because I was not faring too well with it. Done a pretty good job. It's all wrapped. There's only, I think, a couple little spots that I missed out on this one, but this one was obviously the harder one. I will be replacing these for hose clamps because they're a bucket of poo-poo and don't work very well. So I don't know if I was doing something wrong. I didn't like it, they didn't like me. There was lots of swearing that happened. Good thing it's time-lapse and you can't hear it, because that would be very bad for YouTube. But I will set up another time-lapse. We'll get these out. We'll get these into the car. And then we can redo all of our temperature ones that we done earlier on and see what the difference is. See if it made a difference. I'll be able to give you a bit of a feel video and tell you if I can feel a difference. And if you can feel a difference. Yeah, she's not happy. She's very itchy. What on earth?
Taking over fast. Friday vibes and taking over fast.
done and done. The next thing that I would like to do, which probably isn't going to happen today, but I will be heat wrapping from there pretty much all the way across, because you can see how it sits right up against the inner cooler lines, and that's not very good. That's the whole reason why we're doing this in the first place. If you're watching the start of the video, like the time lapse, you may have seen that I was stressing out a little bit. That is because I did ripped the spark plug boot off and the lead out. So I've got some powder coating tape over that at the moment, so hopefully that prevents it from arcing out anywhere until I can get a new one made up, which unfortunately it's going to the tuners tomorrow, so I'll probably just give him a lead to make up. If not, I can just do that myself later on. But yeah, not bad. It actually, not that you can say anything, but it looks a lot better. We'll put everything else together, start her up, heat it up, go for a drive. So just giving it a little bit of a look-sies because I've got the torch out, looking pretty slick. This is pretty much all that needs to be done for tomorrow. So this will go in for a tune tomorrow on 85. I will get dyno videos, chuck it up in this. When we get back from the dyno, I'll obviously post some videos, like I'll put some videos in here of me driving the car back, give me a good couple of little pulls and stuff, obviously legal pulls, and then we can finish off the boot setup, continue along with the video. I don't know if I'll cut it, depending on how much footage I've already filmed. I might cut it after all the dyno runs are posted, and then I will make a fresh new video on everything else that needs to happen, because I have, you know, the whole water meth kit to go in there. I have a whole secondary cooler for the intercore system. Heaps more fab work needs to get done, heaps more testing, and a remote start kit. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is the next day. We are prepared on the move. I had to do some little adjustments, because if you don't know what this is the spark plug lead boot for the spark plug end. Notice that little hole in both sides? Yeah, so it's actually turned to like a liquid. And if you look in there, you can see half the lead is stuck inside of it. So I pulled it off to try and insulate it for the drive, because I don't have time to make 2 new leads. And it's broken. Oh, Katie's gone. Yeah, so I've done a little bit of a dodgy fix, and it's running at the moment, so we're good to go. Oh, wow, let's get into it. Alright, we fucking made it. Had a bit of an issue, so she's running a little bit lean on bank number 1. Other than that, she drove pretty fine. What are your thoughts, my guy? Help! This is a bit of pre-prep for the 98 tune. You got all that dialed in. If I have the video, maybe I might have it in landscape, or you'll find out in a second. He runs through that, got to about 270 odd kilowatts on 98, which is pretty damn impressive. After that, some stuff happened. To be continued.
Hello everyone, today I have a bomb.
And I'll put it in Dylan's car.
So, we're on an adventure to go back to the tuners. I'm about to raw dog this drive. No passenger, no radio, no nothing. Just a bunch of clunking bolts. When we get there, I will explain what happened, what let go on the dyno, and what we're doing to fix it. Because there's always something. Something always goes wrong. we had the flex plate hand loose. Boxes out. So I made up 2 little dowels. Where are they? Over here somewhere. Where'd the bag go? I don't know. Yeah, there they are. So these machined up yesterday. Lachlan's dad helped me out. Unfortunately, I wasn't at MacArthur Motorsports to record this myself, hence why the video quality is so terrible. And he has an Android, I have an iPhone, so obviously it's going to come out looking like a potato, like it's terrible. But I'll get another one in the future, don't stress. A couple of runs, 85. I also had the center bearing shot out. Same as the couplers. Gone, finished. So we managed to make it home. I had to stop about 5 times and do some really, really questionable things. One of which tile over the spark plug lead because it fell off. Wow, tough as fuck. So it's a couple of days later. We have the new spark plug lead boots on order. I've got ceramic ones from Aeroflow. I know Aeroflow's giving me grief at the moment, but that's the only company that I can actually find that made decent looking ones. They're 135 degree angle, so they should shoot off the spark plug and then up. Hopefully that fixes my issue. It's been an ongoing issue. It's pretty tame at the moment. We did just fix something, which is, I'll put that on TikTok. I had an air leak from right here. I do not like how this looks, but I have put some acrylic metal bond, 3M epoxy stuff in there. That has sealed it up nicely. So now we do not have a vac leak anymore. I gave it a pretty hard pull yesterday, and the butterfly screw decided to turn itself off, like unwind itself. And yeah, but looking back to the dyno run, she did make a whopping 318 kilowatts at the wheels. That would be 430 horsepower for people who use horsepower. I use kilowatts, a lot of people use horsepower, so I will try and use both, and 515 newton meters. But the torque, if you had a look at it, the torque graph's a little bit all over the shop. Don't know what the go of that is. But yeah, this will be the end of the video. So I'm glad that everyone's liked it. I've probably missed out on shit. If I have, I'll add it in. So it might be a little bit splotchy, so I'm very sorry that you have to deal with that. And next video, we may have my mate's car in here, which is a lot of work going into that. So we'll run down on that whole build sort of thing. It's all kicking off very soon. Otherwise, next on the list for this is, obviously you've seen the transmission is sort of rooted, so I'll be onto that in a couple months. That's about it, eh? Hopefully everyone has liked this video, because the power numbers will really only be posted on here, to be honest, until later down the track. So peace out, my fellow slimes.
I've never seen